Now, as they do in most cases, one of the first people that the investigator spoke with was her husband, John, and he had told them that Linda had gone out to dinner with friends that night. So, naturally, the next step was to track those friends down. Maybe they could fill in the blanks, the gaps, what she was doing in those hours. How was she at dinner? Where did they go? Did anything seem off? Did she confide in you? Did she get a weird message? Like, just piecing together a timeline and, a possible version of events. But when the investigators actually spoke with the friends, they got a pretty shocking answer. Linda hadn't gone out with them that night. So now nothing was lining up. I mean, we have a woman who, by all accounts, was loved by everyone around her, and a timeline that doesn't make any sense. So the investigators turned back to John. And from the outside, I will say this, their marriage, it seemed rock solid. He appeared to love Linda with all of his heart, an incredible amount. But as we all know, what things look like on the surface, it doesn't always reflect what's happening behind closed doors or behind the curtains of a marriage. So could John be involved? Could that dinner story have just been an alibi, a cover story? So when the detectives first spoke with him, they noted that he seemed pretty groggy, like he had just woken up, and he was also wearing what appeared to be pajamas. But his alibi checked out. His phone had pinged at their home all evening long. His data from his devices lined up with his story, and it was solid. So the investigators pivoted again. I mean, the truth was, Linda may not have been with her friends that night at dinner, but those friends, they could still provide insight into Linda's life. And maybe there was something going on that John either didn't know about or knew about but didn't tell the friends about. And that's when everything shifted, because multiple friends told the investigators that Linda had been hiding something. It wasn't something that these friends were eager to share, though. It felt uncomfortable, almost like they were speaking badly about someone who had just died, their friend who had just brutally been killed, but they knew that this information mattered. So they shared that Linda had been having an affair. And this wasn't just a quick little one-time thing or two-time thing. This had been going on for about 2 years. The man that she was having an affair with was somebody that she worked with, a 38-year-old nurse named Renee Perez. And this wasn't just complicated, it was explosive, because both Linda and Renee were married. Now, as far as anyone knew, neither of their spouses had any idea that there was any sort of affair going on. And in moments like this one, I always think about how investigators even begin to have that conversation with a victim's family, especially someone like her husband, John. I mean, you're already grieving this unimaginable loss, and then you're hit with something like this. Not just losing the person you love, your other half, your soulmate, but also losing the version of them that you thought that you knew. It's heartbreaking. It's devastating. Now, this was all incredibly important, yes, but the investigators knew that they needed more than secondhand information. And at that point, Linda's friends didn't really know much beyond his name and that he was a coworker of Linda's. But still, it was something, because if what they were saying was true, then there were plenty of possible motives.